Kia ora, good evening everybody. You're here on another Thursday night with Boys Get Paid, coming at you live from the Export Beer Garden studio. Thanks very much to our friends at the ACC for that as usual. The lads are back. It's been a quiet punting week for them, I think, but that's all right. We've still been watching some races. Luke, how are you, mate? You feeling fresh?
Yeah, I am. I didn't have too many bets on Saturday, and not too many winning bets either.
Oh, mate, that's okay. It's okay. When you have a break, you probably don't want to see your winning horses come in that you could have punted on, eh?
Probably not.
Nah.
But it does happen.
Not ideal. Dan, you've been at Alexandra Park over the last hour or so, mate. Did you ever punt down there?
Yeah, I did. I had to go and watch one of the old man's horses run around. Yeah, not good.
Really?
Where'd it run?
It run fourth.
Ugh. Lost you your multi as well, eh? Your place multi.
Yep. Yeah.
So to the paddock or to Manawatu for the grass harness?
Yep. No, just anywhere but Auckland, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, mate. Surely it'll come back.
Send it down south, mate, to the West Coast. What are you doing for the grassroots?
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck, sending a couple of fucking horses, apparently.
Excellent, guys. Good to have everybody out there with us. As usual, we want to know what your best bet is for the weekend. We're going to go through some pretty decent races this weekend. We've got some best bets coming up later on, but there's racing coming out of Tarapa, Whanganui, Cromwell. Don't know if you guys have had a look through the Cromwell fields, but we've got 2 days at Cromwell. That's pretty exciting. That's grassroots.
Crimewell, they call it.
Ah, do they?
No, I've seen that somewhere online. Don't know what it means, but
Cromwell's a beautiful part of Central Otago.
Bloody oath it is.
Absolutely. There's plenty of thoroughbreds. There's harness racing. Have you got a bet for everybody at Alexandra Park tonight, Dan? People might be having this on in the background.
Look, I was going to say, my dad's got another horse racing, but I don't know if you want to follow this. But maybe have a little each way. Race 7, I think it is. The harness tonight, Conrad H.
Okay.
Conrad Hurrell.
Yeah, Connie Hurrell.
Connie Hurrell. He was a good player.
Named
Great
after
player.
Conrad Hurrell, actually, this
There you
horse.
go.
Maybe.
But yeah, just what was it, race? No, it might be race 5.
We're going to need the
Yeah,
number,
it
mate.
is. Yeah, race 5. Race 5, number 3. It's 850 and 250. I think the trainer said it's well underdone. It's going to need a bit more fitness on its side, but it's there for a run around. We'll see what happens.
But we're backing it.
No, I'm just saying. I've got nothing to back there. Just I'll back it.
Have a
Just
crack
in
at that,
case.
people. What is it? Race 7, Conrad Hurrell.
Race 5.
Race 5, Conrad Hurrell. Get on it. Something like that. Anyway, who you did have a winner for on the weekend, mate, was people on Saturday. Cimarron came in at $12 and $3.50. I think it was at 14s at one point. Absolutely cleaned them up, mate. That was good tipping.
Yeah. Sometimes it pays off, watching all these videos and seeing what's going on. But I think we identified earlier that sort of middle distant range, 65, 75s is maybe my place that I need to hang out.
Yeah.
I think that when we mentioned this earlier about sort of fucking getting so beaten up the week before at Riccarton, I was a little bit gun shy. I think I was probably 100 units short of where I'd normally be on a lot of these horses, and that's the way it goes.
Did you manage to win then on the weekend without punting?
I definitely won. Yeah,
Good.
I am. Yeah, I'm up. The house just got an extra room, I think.
Oh, jeez.
That's not the secret ingredient, is it? Surely not, Luke.
Punt, man. And it was your birthday during the week, so you were off the stakes on Monday, we hear?
Yeah, well, that was Saturday night. So
Saturday
a little bit of a surprise on Saturday night. Went to the old Jervois Steakhouse. Never been there before. Holy.
Yeah, nice.
Have you been there, Luke?
Steak and BJ's.
That day's in February or something like that, isn't it? There's a specific day for the steak and BJ day.
No, I just meant like Benet's juice. Isn't that what you put on top of your steak? I'm not sure what you boys are on.
Well, that was Saturday.
Okay.
No, I haven't been to the steakhouse, the Jervois Steakhouse. Where is that?
Jervois Road?
Yeah, gotcha.
Maybe, yeah. Mate,
Gotcha.
it's way too expensive, but it is the best steak you'll ever have in your life.
Shout out to the sponsors at Jervois Steakhouse, where you can get a medium rare anytime. It's not that rare.
And a BJ by the sound of things. Good stuff, mate. Happy birthday from everybody, Dan. I hope you enjoyed your Saturday night, mate. It sounds like a good time. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their night on Saturday night, getting on the BGP Blessed Bet as well. Jimmy Starr, Ted picked it out. He told us it was going to win, and of course it delivered, Luke.
Oh, I was watching it live from my Tesla in the charging bay. When you vote for the Greens and get an electric vehicle, that's what you do on your Saturdays, mate. You sit, you charge your bitch boy car, and you watch the races. And damn, it was a nice win from Jimmy Starr. So shout out to Chloe Swarbrook and the rest of my fans and friends at the Greens party. But what
They
a
don't
win.
eat steak, mate, so you wouldn't be going to the Jervois Steakhouse with your Tesla.
They don't like Cologne, and they don't like racing as well. So
yeah, it's an issue. What about Winston Peterson, if we want to talk about politics?
True, we'll get him on.
Hey,
he likes not the media, but social media. I reckon he'll be right.
Hey, love us. Racing minister, that's great.
Yeah.
For racing.
Bring it on. Go on, Winnie. Round 2, let's go.
But Jimmy Starr was very good, eh? That was a good result.
Huge win. Ted was a little bit worried about the way the track was playing. It did not matter. And look at the Kiwi run second as well. He's beset. They paid $13 at Quinella. You beauty. Remember they run 1 and 3 were watching a replay. I said, that's a good Kiwi horse there too.
Yeah, who was the trainer?
I think
Blue and white, eh?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I feel like Pike might have had it. But someone in the comments will know who had He's Beset. He's B-E-S-E-T.
Ted will definitely know. Hopefully you had a good day out at Te Aroha yesterday as well, Ted. It's good to see racing back there, mate. The second Blessed Bet line of law, you did put it out there with a little bit of an interview from the trainer, and afterwards you said, not sure if I trust the trainers anymore. You were probably right.
Proven right there, weren't we? And then it paid $2 to run top 2. What the hell? I thought we got the grouse overs as well because there was scratchings in the race. Then there was even a delay and another one got pulled out late. So we got a great quote at 3.2 by the time they jumped. But it didn't matter because it didn't win. So, Tough, we've had a couple of messages. You should retire that horse. I'm like, cheers,
what?
mate.
From
Thanks,
who?
Thanks, mate. I'll send that on to the trainer, see what they reckon. No response.
Retire it. You're doing fuck all for grassroots.
And, yeah, hopefully on a good track we'll get to see the best of line of law, but probably might have needed the run first up. We might have got a bit excited getting it blessed. But, I mean, it should have been beating that field. But, hey, that's how it goes.
That's okay. We're 2 from 5 from the Blessed Bets I think we established last week if one of our 2 from the weekend came in.
You're right, yeah. And I'm a bit gun-shy because we've actually got a horse that a number of people in BGP are involved in called What You Looking At that is running this weekend. Now, hopefully, I haven't had an update from the stable. I doubt it would be as bullish as the one that we had to play last week, but it's in race number 3. I was sharp enough and lucky enough to name this one. And What You Looking At, true BGP style, we're drawing barrier 16. So, wouldn't be surprised if they scratch it. But Tegan Newman is on the back. Hopefully, they can make a...
Ted looks after Tegan Newman, eh?
I think so.
Yeah.
Make a few people happy.
Well, it's a good placement. The comment is on debut, unplaced trials, most recent 10th of 10. So that's good.
Yeah, that means running 10th of 10 in trials, I think. Or it was the 10th of October, I'm not sure which. Good luck.
That's Tarapa race 3. Some of the BGP lads are involved. Good luck, and good luck to everybody that's involved.
I need it. Thanks, mate.
Mate, that's all good. You've had an interesting week, Luke.
Bet on as per, mate.
Yeah, as usual. I think you've had 3 speaking events in the last week. Is that
Yes,
right?
I have.
Yeah, you're operating at a high level. You're sending emails about 15 seconds before we start the podcast, which is really impressive, to be honest.
Trying to get some Facebook ads live, mate. I know you'll appreciate that, Dan Rack. I'm like, get them live. Let's get them live.
Boost them, Dan.
Send it.
Boost them.
Yeah,
Boost
send them. Give Facebook the cash. Yes, I actually was lucky enough on Monday to get down to the velodrome at Cambridge. If you haven't been there, shit, it's impressive. Have you ever looked at the end of a velodrome down, how steep a velodrome is?
Nah, but I can imagine.
Mind-blowing. It is so steep. Mind-blowing. Those cyclists must be, like parallel to the floor by the time they're on the edge there. Anyway, that's not what I was there for, but that is part of what I did. Had a look. But the apprentice jockeys were having a session now. Noel Harris takes them through all sorts of different things. When I got there, they were watching replays of Ace Carroll Lawson in Cimarron's race, I think, hitting his horse too many times. So he got fined $500 for hitting it once more than he should have before the 100 metres, I think it was. Anyway, I didn't take too much notice of the rules. But they're in there, they're learning their craft, and I got to speak to them for about an hour about finances and money and things. So I was getting them to start thinking about how they could do really well in this career, and they might come into quite a bit of money. Because what happens when you're an apprentice is part of your stakes winnings get parked into a fund, and you get all of those at the end of your apprenticeship. So as you guys would know, if you have a fat multi-collect, about 3 weeks later, probably less, the money seems to have disappeared.
Yep.
So the risk is for them, and much like people who win lotto and whatnot, is that you might not, become the person needed ahead of time so that you can actually manage that money when it's there. So we're talking about all those sorts of things and visualizing and trying to think ahead to being like J-Mac and how much of an influence he's had and how inspirational he has been. And they're all really engaged, which is cool. So cool to be able to get down there and give back to an industry that I've had a lot from and be able to contribute in some way.
Outstanding, mate. That's very well done. Like you say, it's such an important element of everybody's lives, let alone jockeys that have to deal with that kind of interesting money situation, right, as an amateur.
I also took some BGP bucket hats and shit, they got snapped up real quick. So
the jockeys love the BGP, kiddo, when they're getting interviewed. They're rocking that. It's good.
Took some badges down and some bucket hats. So hopefully the stewards aren't too worried about why they're rolling around at the races this summer wearing BGP bucket hats.
Nah, get them on. Hey, if you're listening out there, any of those jockeys, give some comments, give some feedback to Luke. How did he go? Was he dressed well? Did he present well? Did he talk loud enough? He talking his shit? Let us know. Give some Chris. No, Chris Tell's not an amateur, is he? But he can do some
not anymore.
Shit.
Yeah, he would have mugged me off.
Where does that $500 that Ace got fined, does that come out of his pool of winnings or does that come out of his wages in the week?
I'm not too sure, actually. I assume it might come out of the old the fund. I'm not entirely sure. These are questions I need to be asking.
Yeah, we should get to the bottom of that one. Yep. But no, good on you, mate. That's really cool to hear. BGP have got some good people involved with the jockeys. Obviously, Ted, yourself helping out there, and the GOAT is obviously doing an outstanding job as well. So we're playing our part.
Well, yeah, when Noel Harris asks you, and Sally Waters, could you come down and give a hand? You don't really say to Noel Harris like, nah, fucking sorry, mate, do you? I'm like, it's the mayor of Matamata, Veloce. I'm like, bloody hell, mate. I grew up fucking watching you. I used to listen to race replays of you winning. I think Father Noel has beaten son Troy. Oh, an epic battle in the Guineas years and years back there. I had that replaying and repeat in my car. I'd drive around listening to it. I didn't tell Noel that. He'd probably be embarrassed, but, I should be embarrassed.
Next time he calls you should pick up with that. It's the mayor of Matamata.
But it's the mayor of Matamata, Veloce. Oh, she was a good mare.
He looks like an absolute legend of a bloke. I've never met him, but I reckon he likes a beer.
Yeah, he's a GC champion, is Noel.
Good on you, Noel. Quality work. Mate, you've also been busy meeting with the TAB. It sounds like there's some exciting stuff.
That's right. That was last Friday. Shit, the weeks are going quick. Yeah, we're just trying to get everything ready to rumble for the old Karaka Million. Make sure everyone's working on the same page. I'm talking BGP, ACC, Ellerslie, TAB, getting it going in the right direction. There's some cool ideas floating around. As they become a bit more set in stone, I'll be able to speak to some of those. But for now, the Punters Club is open, and there's a treat for those people who do get in before Christmas. It's not completely firmed up, but very loosely I can say that you're a chance to have your stake doubled up if you are in before Christmas or you get somebody in.
That's exciting, Dan.
How good.
Outstanding, eh? Outstanding.
Did you put your money in?
Not yet. No. I filed it away. It's just gathering interest at the moment. I'll put it at the last minute. 5% interest at the moment. You might as well take it.
Yeah, buddy.
Why not? It's very too sensible, eh? What a weirdo.
It all counts.
So it's definitely not evaporated.
No. It's growing slowly.
Okay.
Maybe
nice.
maybe
Well
about
done.
0.5%. We'll see how we go. But, mate, that's good stuff. That's good updates. All of this racing at the moment, like we said last week, we're now into December tomorrow. It's unbelievable. Pretty much all, we've got some really good races to go in between times, but a lot of it's leading towards the Karaka Millions. So it's getting real this summer, and obviously it's awesome to hear, Luke, that you're getting everything organised, and the TAB and ACC are all on board as well. Can't wait. It's going to be a big night. One race from Saturday, which could play a big part in that Karaka Millions 2-year-old, bloody Velocious, did it again. Just got over the top of them.
That was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I messaged Dylan, who's a fair bit to do with the Marsh stable there, and we had him on the podcast towards the Karaka Million 2023, and I said, wow, that was a win, and he said, yeah, you don't often see them do something like that. So they're 2 from 2 with that horse. I think they go to Pukekohe on the 1st of January, and then into the Karaka Million. So, wow, could it be unbeaten going into the KM? I think it's 26s into 3s now. Nuts. But, there's a long way to go before we get to the 27th of January. Anything can happen with these fickle horses. There's still, it's effectively 2 months away.
Yeah.
So, bit of time, and we haven't seen all of the cattle yet either. So there's plenty of racing to come to try and dissect who's going to win that Karaka Million. I wouldn't be getting too carried away on futures bets in a KM.
Yeah, that's what I'm always very wary of now, particularly after the last 7 years, is just like when's Tiako going to start rolling out the big guns? We've got a 2-year-old race this weekend. Then we've, a lot of the traditionally, like a lot of the big guns start to come out over that Boxing Day, New Year's. And then I know Tiako love to race a lot of their horses on that what's going to be the 14th at Ellerslie this year before the Karaka Million as well. And I mean, they've been saying for a while that they think they've got the best, the best that they've had for a long time, and that's pretty scary. But that win on the weekend was That was good.
Yeah.
That was they changed legs and then just went bang.
Smash them. I think it was Ethereal Star last year that was the one that kind of really early got in on the money and didn't end up winning it because Tokyo Tycoon just fucking blew them away on the Karaka Millions night. I heard from Tony Pike about Poetic Champion, it's called, that they went out a little bit hard out front probably and it gave that Velocious the opportunity to get over the top of them. But the Karaka Millions is going to be run hard, always. So if you've got a horse like that, like Tokyo Tycoon did last year, just came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. From well back to the pressure, everybody's vying for that $1 million race. They might not be so amped now that there's more $1 million races for them. Might be a bit more relaxed on that Saturday. Guess we'll find out on the 27th. But yeah, I mean, Savagely was pretty disappointing. It was a very interesting race. Ted's horse got scratched out of it. Then he's got a share in Marikato, I think it's called. It's in this Saturday. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, a lot of water to go under the bridge. Shit, I wouldn't mind having a share in that. Well done to Go Racing as well. You know, they've won a Karaka Million before with a horse called Rude Awakening.
And that was Stephen Marsh as well, was it? Or he won something
remember.
else?
I got might have been Marshy. Yeah, someone will know in the comments there.
Didn't they run second or third as well with an absolute rip speeder as well, Hassa Halo, booming down the outside?
Might be right, actually.
Because that sort of horse reminded me, like that Hassa Halo had like lightning speed. Go Racing colours as well.
Yeah, well done to Go Racing. That's awesome. Well done to Marshy. After the race, he seemed pretty happy. He's like, shit, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, go on, Marshy.
Good on you, mate. That's awesome.
Hopefully he shouts a beer for the Karaka Million room. He's not really going to have an excuse not to if he's got the favourite, eh?
That is so true.
Yeah.
2 beers.
I was going to throw around an idea like Marshy maybe give somebody 5% share in a horse that they buy at the Karaka sales if they win the KM. We'll see if we can get that past him. If anyone knows where Marshy's going to be drinking over the next few weeks, let me know, and then I'll give him a call when he's had 86 beers, and we'll see if we can slide that one past him.
Just line up a beer, get the Mayor of Matamata there, get him on your side. Just sort it out, mate. You'll be right. Marshy's Matamata, isn't he? Or is he Cambridge?
More Cambridge, yeah.
I got no idea. Righto, the Counties Bowl as well. Are you lads after that? Well done to Sacred Satono. That was a hell of a win with the lightweight, and the money kind of did come for it a little bit as well, which was on point. But yeah, Babylon Berlin still gave it a good crack, but very heavyweight second up. Railway?
I'm going against the LBB in the Railway. Yeah, I think. I mean, it was again, it was like similar to that 2-year-old race where I think they maybe went a little bit hot too early and Sacred Satono had to do absolutely everything to get past it. So maybe, they slow down. But again, the Railway is probably going to be lightning. It's going to be at Pukekohe, so sort of same situation. So for me, Railway, I'm on Dragon Leap. I think they're setting this horse for these sprint trips and these sprint races. So that for me, I'll be all on.
Sacred Satono, gee, hard horse to follow. I remember doing my ass a number of times. I think Wild Night would give me wild nightmares every time they were running. But fuck, that's what you wanted to see on Saturday. It just let down and it was just stretching out and it was picking up Babylon Berlin like, no. Like it knew it was in a horse race. And my word, you love to see that. That's the sort of Sacred Satono I wanted to see beating up Wild Nightmares, but it just couldn't do it when they kept going head to head. Fairly sure it was those two that would always end up lining up against each other. But yeah, that was the real Sacred Satono. Obviously a lot lower weight there on Saturday. Into the Railway, you can get 3.75 boosted around Babylon Berlin. I think that's the bookies toying with us a little bit, knowing we can probably. I mean, like I've had a go, I've had a lick.
Yep.
You kind of can't not, but I'm very interested to see how Maven Bell goes in that too, if she ends up in there. But you can make a case for a few. It's going to be a hell of a race, and that's the exciting thing. We start to get some of these really, really good races over the Christmas period. We were full of beer, full of low carb beers,
full of beers.
Yeah, full of and betting responsibly and watching racing every day of summer.
Yeah,
what more could you want?
Grass harness too. That just really mixes it up.
Oh yeah,
18 horse fields.
Yes,
it's great when you wake up in the morning and you're on holiday and you go, what am I going to do today? Oh fuck, there's grass harness at Mochu Karata. I'm in. I'm in.
Just on Sacred Satono, like. He really tried hard, eh? Like he was stretching he looked like a giraffe. His neck was so long, like his hairs were pinned back. He was, and that's I love seeing that in a horse, like a horse that really tries to, get past him.
If Babylon Berlin had thoughts, I reckon at one stage at about the 50, Babylon Berlin was thinking, put that fucking orange horse in blue colours this year.
You're right. It could turn the tables, but yeah, Sacred Satono was very, very good. It's awesome to see that we're going to have some good sprint races coming up. They're going to be very, very competitive. Did you get on One Bold Cat in the Counties Cup, or did you stick with Habana at the short odds? Luke, the cat.
Oh, not Habana. Oh, I was on Aquacade.
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
Aquacade at the short odds.
Yes, I did actually. And
you got on One Bold Cat?
No.
Okay.
I stuck with Aquacade in a multi, 3-leg multi, none from 3, so it didn't matter anyway, which is handy. But I noticed it started to drift, which wasn't good, and yeah, it was just gone. But I saw something, because I was reading the stewards report, and it said that there was nothing wrong with Aquacade, but then I read something that it did have some mucus, might have got the flu, cat COVID, you just don't know, and a little bit ill. So maybe we can make an excuse for Aquacade, because yeah, that wasn't that impressive, but shit, what was One Bold Cat. Half to Swiss Kitty, this horse.
Yes,
Yeah, that thing can purr.
These horses don't go away, eh?
No, they keep popping up on you. But yeah, that was a very, very big win. And interestingly, the race after at Whanganui on Saturday, was it? I think Semper Magico was beaten by One Bold Cat the start before, and they let that go around at $6, and it absolutely pissed in as well. So the form just stacking up around that. That's in again this weekend, but I think it's going to be going around on a good track, which may not suit it, which you'll probably speak to later on. But yeah, huge One Bold Cat. Awesome to see them putting it all together. Cool colours as well.
Absolutely. One cat that didn't go well was our alley cat.
Yeah,
and they all completed. I don't know. It came out of the gates nearly last, and you just don't have a chance at Pukekohe really in a race like that, which was unfortunate. But I'd stick with it. But Campionessa was bloody good. You guys must have been happy about that. I have got a note here to ask you guys, is it in the futures for the Auckland Cup like it was supposed to be last year?
I was thinking I'll have something on Campionessa as we get closer, but I just didn't win anything to then have anything. I was like, try not to top my account up.
Yeah.
And I knew that I had my Blessed Bet later on in the day, so I had to watch Campionessa win, and that was tough. That was tough to watch. But it just shows you probably should just keep punting responsibly, of course. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to the Auckland Cup. It is going to a 2,000 metre race. Maybe, I don't want to get this wrong, but I feel like maybe there's a Beale Classic or something like that.
You just wanted it to go to the Auckland Cup last year.
I did.
You had a futures bet. You asked Teako, can you please put it in the Auckland Cup? And they said, no.
Mark's like, I don't think we'll be going there, mate. I don't want to tell you how to train this fucking horse. But
yeah, mate. You've got less influence than you think.
Serious chance in the Auckland Cup, mate. And they'll have to live with themselves that they never picked up that Auckland Cup that they could have.
Yeah. You were telling anyone that could listen at the start of spring that Campionessa was going to win the Livermole, I think. Got scratched before that.
Got scratched. Just those off tracks.
Yeah, but you're on the money.
I got caught off. I got smoked from that because I had everything on the futures. I only got one $50 bonus bet back from that, and that wasn't enough to fucking fill the coffers back up. But that's all good. I didn't get on again on the weekend, and that's probably partly responsible for my phone being broken. I think I was pretty fucking fizzed up after that. Like I was like, just after watching that, and just the whole day. Like I was probably 100 units short on every horse compared to where I'd normally be. Just after watching that one really hurt. It really hurt. I started messaging. Luke and I started messaging. I think we were both fucking absolutely dirty at ourselves.
Yeah. You would be.
There's time in the mirror needed, just a bit of self-reflection time, a few stern words to the bloke on the other side, like, you cat.
You'll have to find something in the futures to punt on it for, surely, eh? Zabeel Classic.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking for the Zabeel Classic futures, not out. TAB.
Okay.
Lads, can we get a little bit? I thought maybe it was going to go to the Kiwi too, but even after that win, it still stayed at 14. So for me, that maybe suggests that it might not be going there to the 2,400. So
yeah, fairly sure 2,000 metres will be the go. I think Mark Walker said after the race, but I can't recall entirely.
Let us know in the comments, people. It was a bloody good win. Looking forward to seeing Campionessa come out again. Keep your comments coming in, please, for your best bets. I'm sure there's plenty there. We've asked a few questions. Hopefully we've got some feedback on Luke's performance at the Jockey Forum earlier this week. We'd really, really like to hear that. Let's get on to this week, but before we do, there was some racing at Otaki today. Sergio came out and won at 36s. First up, well done, Chrissy. Sergio, I think, had a pretty good campaign last year. Chrissy Banbury's horse, no doubt close to the GOAT as well. Well done to you guys on that. Came out, won 36 at 36s. Hopefully someone got some money on that. Before we get into the form and some of the big races this week, Blessed Bet. Let's let the people know about it, shall we?
Yeah, we don't have it confirmed yet, but
Ooh, okay.
the rack man over here is keen on one. So
Have we caught you off guard here, mate?
Yeah, well, I thought we weren't confirmed,
No,
so I thought you weren't going to throw me.
I didn't get a response from the I'll just check. No,
It wasn't on the agenda, but we'll get there, people. No, you
yeah. So Whanganui race number 8 from memory. Is that right, rack man?
Yeah, that's correct. The Wanganui Cup.
Yes, the Cup.
Oh, it's in the cup.
On a good track. Where are you going?
So I'm going to go for Mazzolino top 3. And now this is actually there's quite a lot of form in this field, which is a little bit tough. We've got Semper Magico, interestingly, which is the one that runs second to One Bold Cat and then Piston last week at $6. Should have had fucking $200 on it to win, but we didn't. But going probably onto a good track, I think maybe there's a little bit of a question mark behind this. But if you look back through Mazzolino, last start was at Pukekohe behind a couple of pretty good horses in El Venciador and Habana, and I feel like it just didn't really get a good rub of the green there on that run. Didn't really get a good start. The start before that, it ran third to Town Crier and Prowess.
I would have thought.
And then ran second to This Is Dramatic. So I think that's pretty good form going into the Wanganui Cup, and I'm thinking I'm going to back it to win, but for the Blessed Bet, I think if we can boost that top 3, I'll have a little bit of that.
I think we'll get $3, mate.
That's
you happy
good.
with that, top 3?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, good.
That's good money.
Hopefully.
Do you like that, Luke? Did you like anything else in this race? We might as well just keep running through it, eh?
Well-
let's stick with Whanganui.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a good track in this race on Saturday. When I first saw the odds come out for this, I'm like, I'm not missing Semper Magico again. I'm having a go. Jess Allen can get me paid. But then I realised, oh, geez, we're going to end up on a good track. So I hit submit bet anyway. 'Cause I'm sick for it. I had a quick search. You know, what are you doing on your Wednesday nights when you're Google searching weather in Wanganui?
Yeah. We've all done the same thing, I'm sure, eh? You've got to check.
Yeah.
It had the little cloud on Saturday, but sun leading up.
This Mary Louise, I guess, huge win last start and fair old rap on this horse. It almost looks a little bit like the form line of One Bold Cat, right? 11 starts for 6 wins. That's pretty bloody horny, over 50% of your starts are wins. You got Testify Me in there as well. That was huge last start, and that cops a good track. So, yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting race to watch. I think Maddie Cameron's probably going to get the job done on Mary Louise. Probably no reason to be getting off. A horse that could sneak in here at some odds would be a horse like Colorado Star, but that's drawn out in barrier 16, but may not matter. So for me, I'm going to be taking Mary Louise, and I might be looking at a little power play around a horse like Colorado Star or even Mazzolino to be running in that top 4.
If you can get $3, bloody, why not? Well, we just off defibrillate this season? Not showing enough yet?
You're not showing enough ticker.
Yeah.
Get it?
Show some ticker.
Just on Testify Me, I think that's in the Eagle Technology Stakes, and
Yeah.
I think it's fucking been smacked in
Has it?
there, and
So
it's
they're
got a
pulling
jockey,
that.
so no jockey on here, so I think
Oh,
it's going to be
perfect.
coming out of this.
That
Perfect.
was
One less to worry about.
Ted's best bet 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, and it cleaned them up at Tarapa. That was awesome. So it looks like it's going there. There's loads of good horses in this race. So I was probably similar to you, Dan, around Mazzolino, but left my notes completely blank because there's so many chances there that I didn't really want to get involved too much. So let's move on to this. Sorry?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that was a question. To the O'Leary's Fillies Stakes. I actually quite like this race when I had a look through it. Some 3-year-olds running around. This is race 7 at Whanganui. They're running around for $80,000, so it's not pocket change. It's pretty good money over the 1,340 minutes. I see meters. I see Waitak won this race last year, I believe, which I found very interesting because Waitak went on to run in the Derby. I think it finished maybe top 5 or 6, but that's a good horse. So there could be a good horse that comes out of this, Luke.
This is a minefield, is it not?
Yeah. There's a lot of form, eh? There's a lot
Yeah.
of good form, a lot of last race winners.
Your horse Onera's in here, your best bet. It's never run out of the money in its 5 starts in the top 4.
Yeah.
You're getting a pretty good quote, $5 and $2. So I'd be interested to find that if you were going to go again. Horse like Egyptian Queen comes up $5.50, drawn barrier 7. Now, this was a pretty good win, but had ugly old Topor, but it won by 4 or so lengths, I think. So, yeah, the horse I'm interested to see how it goes is Drawn Barrier 1, a horse called Shoes. There's a fair bit of hype around this horse, but 2 starts on a good track isn't amazing. And then above that, Orchestral, is that right? Now, that didn't fire first up, but maybe we can put a line through that Hastings race there and go back to a couple of starts ago before it spelled, and it just absolutely brained them and was a very, very good win, but it was only $1.60 that day. So Barrier 11, second up, good track. I'm going to stick with this horse. I think it could be something special, and keep an eye on how that goes. Now, interested to see how the 9 and the 10 go in this race, but again, very, very hard race to sort of line up and figure out how to confidently have a crack at something.
Yeah. Without looking in the comments, I've got that totally wrong. Whitack won the Trevor and Coralie Eagle Memorial Stakes last year, which we're going to get to, so excuse me for that. Dan?
No worries. So I obviously I like Anera, your best bet from a few weeks ago, done pretty well. A few of these lined up against each other in the Gold Trail Stakes back in September. Onera ran third, getting a nice run. Glamour Tycoon runs 6th. Interestingly, Orchestra run 10th in that race, and that was sort of like the failure. But it was actually only a length and a half from Impenda Bell in that start as well. And we've seen what Impenda Bell's gone on to do. I dug a little bit more back into this form, and interestingly, if you go back to its run where it runs second, guess which horse ran third in that race?
Who?
Molly Boom.
Oh.
And this Orchestra ran over the top of Molly Boom, who was fucking green as anything, running all over the show. Not quite as bad as what was that one?
Luberon.
That was Luberon. Yeah, I was just thinking, not quite as bad as that, but I wasn't running straight. But this horse came over the top and run like a very close second. So I'm willing to forgive that last start and think that this horse got a bit of talent, to run over the top of Molly Boom, and Molly Boom's gone out and won the 1,000 guineas in very, very fine fashion. I'm willing to give that last start a forgive, and I think that this one might be running over the top of him.
Nice. I can understand where you guys are coming from with all of these, eh? There's so many ways to look at it. Onera, I could win it, but I reckon Glamour Tycoon. I think it was 5th behind the 1,000 guineas runners 2 starts back, and really not very far off them at all. And then it smashed them, albeit in a maiden 3-year-old. Absolutely cleaned them up, paying $1.40 last start, and all of its other starts have looked pretty good too. So I'd be happy to have a go at that. And it looks like out of all of the horses that we've mentioned, they're all paying pretty good odds, eh?
Yes.
So it's kind of worth. It's a race that it's worth betting into if you do like something.
Yeah, if you can find this winner, you'll be very happy. I mean, so many around that $5 and $6 mark. It's going to be interesting to see where the money ends up in that last 5 minutes of betting leading up to this race. But hey, if you like something, back yourself.
Absolutely. That's Whanganui. Let's move to Tarapa, lads. Let's start with the Eagle Technology Stakes. Everybody, keep your comments coming in as well. After this race, we'll get some comments before we move on to the final preview. But keep your comments coming in. Let us know who your best bets are. You might have a best bet on the Eagle Technology Stakes. Luke, what's yours?
Well, I'm just having a look at this. This says that Testify Me is 8s into 5s.
Whoa.
And it's in barrier 15, but there's only 10 runners in the race. So either I'm on the piss or the tab side is. Is that right?
Oh, we've done it again, have we?
Is this coming up for you guys?
What have we got, sorry?
So Testify Me, Drawn Barrier 15.
I've got it at 6.
Oh, interesting. Mine's coming up as 15 over here. I reckon they might be stitching up my tab side. So,
I've got 15 as well.
yeah, now it's 6 for me. Maybe they were just updating it. They're tuning in. They're trolling us.
People that win money, they obviously try and throw you off.
Yeah, well, there's 1 cent in there. Does anyone else keep 1 cent in their account? Shout out to those who keep 1 cent in their account. What is wrong with us sickos? But yeah, look, this was huge last start. I think back to Tarapa. Loved the track. Ashwin does go good in a semi, and he goes good. He goes good on the back of a horse as well. So hopefully Ashwin can get the job done there. I'd say there'd be a few people following their cash. But a horse that I'm interested to see how it goes too. Again, these same colours are just popping up for me at the moment. Apostrophe. This is 5 from 15. Are you all good, mate?
Oh, I just loved that. It was great.
Got him. Yeah, Warren Kennedy on board. Apostrophe as well. Barrier 9, $6.50. Bookies have got it pretty short there. Me old mate Pre Defer up the top of the book. just not quite showing me enough at the moment. But, you just never can discount a horse like this, especially at Te Rapa. Now, this horse is, 6 from 7 in the top 3 at Te Rapa. So, Billy Jacobson's on. Good luck, Billy. BJ's the initials there.
Pre-defer, could you have it happen? Honestly, my glasses are fogging up after that. That's one of your best. Ashman goes good at a semi. I love it. Oh, did you tell him that on Monday?
Yeah, we've nicknamed him that before.
Yeah, it's so good. I haven't heard you say that. It's bloody awesome. Dan, I'll just clean my glasses off.
Yeah. I heard a little bit of chat from Mark Walker the other day on one of the videos that the Tab put out, and he's hoping that Pre-Defer is going to turn the form around as we come into summer. I'm willing to probably just let it go for now. I mean, it's a really good horse, but just I can't put my money on it after what I've seen so far. I've put Mally Strong down here, but I've been auto-corrected to Mail Soon. I don't know if this Mail Soon is going to give me anything, but yeah, it's been a little bit disappointing. The Copelands, again, the trainer seems to think we're going to maybe see a different horse this week, but again, it's just one of those ones I'm going to have to let go. Either of those two horses could come out and win this thing. For me, I think I'm going to go for Al Vencedor. Was a really good race behind Habana. Habana seems like a real nice horse, going to probably go to the Group 1 Tab Classic and just fucking slap him up there. So it's a shame that race is not before this so we can follow the form. But I think it was $5 and $2. So I think you get pretty good each way value there on Al Vencedor. $5 and $2. Testify Me was so good last start. Got us all paid $9 or $13 or whatever it was for Ted. That was great value, made good money. But this is a big step up in class. Maybe this horse is just really good and comes up and just beats him up. But I'm willing to have a little each way go on Al Vencedor. I think worst case you'll get your money back.
I see you got the futures open there, Luke. Is that on Habana?
$4.
Oh, what?
Wow. Equal fave with Aegon. And probably $2 overs.
Is Aegon even running in the race?
Who cares?
Habana was very, very good last start. You see it get clear. It was like, I'm going to win this race.
Left-handed, big roomy track, Trentham. Pay the boys, they are brilliant.
Absolutely. That $4, that's crunched in from 6 earlier in the week, eh?
That is shorter than some of the people I spoke to on Monday.
You better get... you're on fire. You better. I can't laugh again because I just won't come back. You've got to get on if Habana quickly. $4, it's coming in. I actually I missed it. Testify Me was running in this race. I don't know why I missed it. I was, obviously doing some bad form last night. But I thought Zayla and Al Vencedor, it's really falling apart here. You spilt, mate. You okay?
I've spilled my booze. I'm going to piss myself. It's all going down.
Oh, having good fun. It's all good.
Hey, just one, back to the Eagle Technology Stakes. I'm keeping an eye on this horse for Jakey Mackay. Now, Bad and Bougie, 18s and $4.50. It actually wasn't that bad last start. It was well back. Ended up 5 lengths off them. It was around a $13 quote, but it was working home quite well. So that was against Valare. There was Polygon in there as well. Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Just maybe something a little as a blowout.
Yeah, it's been there or thereabouts all its runs this campaign, eh? I'd probably look at apostrophe 650, 240. I think that's where I landed. It was really unlucky. It went back as it always does in that race against Habana. It just ran into everything it could on the way home. Probably wasn't as unlucky as maybe it looked, but it definitely didn't get a lot of room, and I just wondered whether at Te Rapa, coming from the back, that big straight, you'll often see those horses just absolutely powering home, like Testify Me. So, if they go hard, but if the rail's hot, it's back to a true rail, then Al Vencedor could just get to the front and be pretty hard to chase down. So I'd probably see how it's playing, but apostrophe the value looks quite nice. Should we get some comments?
Let's have a look at some comments.
So first one here from Ethan. It's actually quite an important thing. He just wanted to know what are the chances of the new minister, Winston Peters, being at the Karaka Millions. But, worth the conversation.
Yeah, let's start tweeting him and put some money into the Punters Club, Winston. You cat.
Are you allowed to smoke in the room? Would be his first question.
He can do what he wants, mate.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
He's a racing minister.
Yeah, stay away from the fire alarm.
We also got one for Kingfisher Lad at in the Whanganui Cup.
That's the goat, was it? Yeah.
No, that's from Sharon. She's on that.
Shazza.
From
what you were talking about earlier, we've got Wayne who is very keen on what you're looking at. As well, he's got a nice juicy bet on that, but he also wanted to shout out that it's his mother's 85th birthday and he's taking her to the races for the first time in years to celebrate.
Awesome.
What's her name?
Happy birthday,
number.
Gladys.
And number, I'll give her a ring on Saturday.
Yeah, what an absolute champion, eh? So,
Happy birthday.
85-year-olds remember the good times of racing as well, eh? When the Queen turned up at Ellerslie, all that kind of stuff. She'll love it. Good on you.
and there's
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Right.
I think so, yeah. There's a photo somewhere and there's just thousands of people at Ellerslie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah, you can
Might have gone to Alexandra Park as well. No, I don't think so.
definitely worth a Google that one. And there is just one more up the top here, and it is Whanganui Race 9, number 9, Hannikin is Bruce's pick for the week as well. So that's it from the old Facebook comments. What have you got over there, Luke? Have you got
Bruce's best, eh?
That's
good
a
on him.
pretty good spread. Kingfisher Lad, the goat, was saying, wasn't saying, he was just saying, get up, Kingfisher, in my message to him today. He loves the Whanganui Cup. They're almost at home.
I got a few here from a segment earlier. Wayne Farrow, Tarapa, race number 3, number 10 will be there to finally meet the little bugger. I think that might be what you're looking at, is it? Anyway, we'll have a look at that. Jerry O'Sullivan, Murmasa into Cooper. Remember, Cooper is back this weekend. Oh, still haunting me is Cooper. Matt Cooper, named after Matt Cooper. And paying $6 this week, so that's down there at Whanganui. Shoes, all they will see is his tail. I thought Shoes was a filly, but anyway. James Shand says Rose Hill Race 5 Afterlight. James is Shand. Okay, interesting. Dave Cull, Sindicato number 4 in race number 3, Whanganui Cup Pinion. There was all the hype around that, wasn't it, at one stage? There's another one here from Deccan Rangi, meeting 12, race 8, Mumasa, comes in backwards. Wow. Okay. Michael Spicer says, probably the misses, nothing on the side, lol. You might have found the wrong page, mate. This boys get paid.
What was that sex podcast we were talking about before the show? What's that called?
It's sex.life, so you just make sure you remember that and add that so you can listen on the way in there, Matty.
Search that.
And between two sheets. Kylie Chesterman, I bet my $9 boring. Shane Hatfield says Zayala race 7 at Tarapa. Oh, Gasso says a horse at Addington in race 9 tomorrow. And I know somebody else likes this too, which we'll read out later. So it's good to know that Gasso likes it as well. And Adam Fisher, Pukana has to be a chance with his form, but love Sun and here at Juicy Odds. What a deal in the Mudgee Cup from Tim Bloomfield. Cooper back on a firm track, Mark Warden. Michael Connon, Cooper. Sounds like there's going to be a fair bit of money on Cooper. Also, Belts has got a horse in Meeting 14, race number 2, number 4, Shy Guy, trained by Chris Waller. He was pretty keen on it winning first up, and my word, was he trying to get it home down there at Cutley, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an owner trying to get a horse home?
He was in such a compromising position on that seat in front of the TV. He was taking up all sorts of space. It was, it was good viewing.
The Luberon table was sort of over his shoulder, and they're turning around like, like they weren't even cheering that hard for Luberon and 1,000 guineas, and he was first up over 1,400 metres at fucking Eggertahuna or somewhere.
I think he got a $500 fine for using too much use of the whip.
Excessive use. Yeah, but good luck to Beltsy. They're then into the Derby in Queensland, apparently, so maybe not, but we'll find out.
That's plenty of punts. Good luck to everybody that's having a crack. That's awesome. Good work. Thanks very much for your comments. I'm just really disappointed that there's no jockeys in. Maybe Ted or the Goat can give us some feedback about how Monday went. We just need to know.
We do need to know.
We do really need to know. Every good speaker needs their feedback.
If Noel's watching, maybe he can let us know at some stage.
I love it. All right, let's get to the last race then. Well, not the last race on the program, but the last preview from the lads. Trevor and Coralie Eagle Memorial Stakes. It's a lot to say. Like I said, Waitak won it last year. Waitak comes out this week, which I'm really looking forward to as well. I think it's the favourite in its race. But, Dan, you must have had a look through this one, mate, and seen a few videos. You must be ready to roll. Put a punt on.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of a look. Grail Seeker, I really like the look of this horse. It was really smart winning last start. Might be really hard to roll in this one. I'm actually interested to see Fortunate Son go around. One, it's only race day start, and one pretty well. It looked like a horse that's probably got a bit of progression and got a bit of ability. I went back and looked through every other horse in that race that it beat, and none of them are raced again, so there's no sort of form to follow out of that. So I'm sort of taking that one on a little bit of hope and a prayer that maybe it's pretty good. It's pretty progressive. So I think I'll probably back Grail Seeker and maybe have a Cornella with Fortunate Son.
Maybe put them into retirement. Beat them so well.
Maybe.
Jeez, there we go.
Luke?
This is a very tricky race as well. I thought the win of About Time was very good last start. Obviously, Stable is flying, as is Warren Kennedy. So Kennedy Noble combined again. A very good win at Pukekohe there. I thought Balance of Power's win was good too. I didn't mind this horse as a 2-year-old, but now as a 3-year-old, it's looking a bit better. But again, winning those races at Taupo never fills me with too much confidence, especially breaking maidens 1 from 7. But looks to be quite consistent. There seems to be money and a wrap for this Grail Seeker. So keen to see how this goes down the bottom of the book there. But I have had something on Balance of Power. I just wonder if it's come back a lot better as a 3-year-old and maybe able to live up to some of the talent that I think it does have.
Nice, mate. I like the O'Leary's fillies. I found this one quite hard. There's form coming from everywhere. I was like you, Luke. Balance of Power, I thought each way it's pretty good money. Teako, Sam Weatherly, good jockey. In these 3-year-old races, there's sort of so many different options you could play there, but why not just try and stick with Teako and see how they go? Because its last win was very good. So that's where I'd be leaning as well. Is there anything else that you fellas like that you found? I don't know if you guys had a look, but I found nothing in Australia in terms of Kiwi horses this weekend. Bloody quiet.
Yeah, I didn't even have a look at Australia, to be honest.
I was really hoping that Rubicon Crossing might be coming out because it ran 2 weeks ago at the Valley, but there's no good racing at the Valley tomorrow night.
Have you got that in your black book? Because it could just sneak up on you on a Friday night or something.
Yeah, I don't know how anymore because it's really hard on the TAB to put it on you.
Really? I'll show you, mate. So you just wanna
let's have a look through this.
go to your runner here, mate, and you just want to click on this little thing here.
Yeah, but how do you get to Rubicon Crossing now that it's raced 2 weeks ago?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
the issue I've got.
Can't do it.
When you watch the replays during the week, you go, fuck, I need to follow that horse. And no, you can't do it in the results.
Good
Can
point.
someone else let us know? So does that mean you need to use another black book?
You need to do it on the night when it races. Or the day after, because you can look back at the results and you can do it from the previous day.
These are the problems that punters have,
Yeah.
It's not as easy as people think.
When are we having a workshop with a tab to figure all this stuff out?
I really appreciate you trying to help there, Luke.
Yeah, sorry, mate. That's a rookie mistake from me.
Do you like anything else over this weekend?
Oh, shit. I found it hard to find a best bet, didn't I? But
You haven't put anything down.
no, I haven't yet, and I was tossing up between a couple, but one of them's in race number 8 at Te Rapa. It's a horse called Snazzy Tavi. Now, it's drawn out barrier 12. Warren Kennedy on board. Now, this is 1-1 from 4, but it was pretty unlucky behind it. Doddle last start. My mate Lorado was in there, made that best bet.
Your mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run like a cat last week. Not sure what's happened there. Again, into the steward's report, I'm like, got to be something wrong. What the fuck happened there? Even the steward's questioned Michael McNabb Road saying, what's happened here? Tell us what's happened. But Michael McNabb couldn't find anything wrong. Was vetted, nothing wrong. So a bit weird about Lorado. But anyway, in this race was a horse called Rudyard, I think it's called, and then that came out and won.
Yeah. That was
same
good.
race. And it was a very good win too, wasn't it? So I'm just wondering, is this form around Snazzy Tavi going to stack up? And perhaps that can get us paid. That is in race number 8.
I see Fortunate Sons in this race as well, and your mate Ashvin's got a ride on it. So where's Fortunate Son racing?
Interesting.
Dan?
What's that?
Are you on the podcast, mate, or are you going to go for a piss?
No, I was looking for other horses that I like today because I had quite a busy day today. I didn't.
I thought you did
too much
videos
time
at 2 a.m. in the morning. Never mind when you're at work.
No, mate, I've been fucking busy, mate. Busy.
Race 8, Te Rapa, Fortunate Son is in that race as well.
Snazzy Savvy is very
It won't be
short.
tomorrow. What? Where? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, we'll find out.
Who knows, mate?
Which one it's going to.
Have you found anything else?
No.
Okay.
I've got my best bet, but that's all I've got.
Good. Okay. And look, that was all that you had as well. Is that right?
Yeah, fairly sure. I mean, there was Cooper down there at Wanganui. I'd be thinking, good track this time. Just be careful. You'd hate to watch that go around and piss bowl them at $6. And Kevin Gray's, wow, last start on that heavy track wasn't really suited, but I think we'll see a better horse today, and we're not getting paid. We're going to be like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Sometimes you were right about the trainers. Sometimes you've got to be careful. But the only one that I found that I'm really looking forward to is Waitak. Like I said, in race 6, it's paying $2.50, so not paying a lot. Always got to be a bit wary about 3-year-olds coming out after, as a 4-year-old in their first race. But those 3-year-olds from last season have shown us how good they were, with Prowess coming out like it did. I think Wild Knight returned with a decent fourth today. I don't think Taako were expecting it to win, but it ran well. And this is a good horse. This is a really good horse. So I would looking forward to seeing that going around.
Yeah, the only other one that I did see when I was looking through all the fields is Petrucci,
yes.
Yeah, so it was a bit disappointing last start, but its first win was real good. That was on Everest Day, eh?
I feel like it was, but then I got confused whether or not it was.
No, I don't know if it was. Oh, yes, I think it was
Yeah.
actually. I think it won then, and then it got beaten up by Desert Lightning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And Millie Fiore
Yeah.
in second.
So I'm interested to see. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this thing goes again.
Absolutely. Anything else, Dan?
No.
Good.
Oh.
Petrucci. You've got an email, Luke. Do you want to read it to us?
I'll take you down south. There's something rough. I was just trying to figure out what race it's in.
How many people out there
Yes.
can do a podcast and send emails at the same time? It's incredible.
Nah, I don't know if it's going to start. It's... Fuck. There's a horse
Is this
called-
Cromwell?
No, it's not.
We've got to find a winner at Cromwell.
Yeah, I actually didn't have a look down there, but that's lazy. I probably should have. There's a horse called Sharada, which is at some ridiculous odds, and then a horse called Sharada, but it doesn't have a jockey. So anyway, that's in race number 4 at Wanganui. If that's a bonus back race, just keep an eye on that horse, Sharada.
It'll need a jockey.
It'll need one. It'll definitely need one. Or they could race it without it. See how we go. Probably run second.
Let's hope they get one. Righto, let's get to the best bets for this weekend. And we've got some good ones. Everyone's contributed, which is always great. We don't know Luke's yet. None of us do. So that's going to be big news for us too. Righto, Ted's best bet. And Ted, as always, he picked another winner at, was it Geelong today? He's really got his iron. He's going well. Tarapa, race 9, Grail Seeker, the one that we talked about, $3.80. Absolutely spanked them by nearly 5 lengths over 1,600 metres on the course last start. The form was franked when the second and fourth horses just won, and City Gold Ready both won well yesterday at Te Aroha. Dawn to get a nice run behind the pace and can hopefully bounce in the straight and win again. Ted's best bet, Tarapa, race 9, Grail Seeker. Just an interesting point about Ted's comments there as well. City Gold Ready. When Ted was texting me last night, he said Tony Pike said that's a Derby winner. So if you like Derby horses, City Gold Ready ran in the last Opie Boston yesterday at Te Aroha. So something to keep an eye on there. The Goat's best, Whanganui, race 9, Vespasian. I think the Goat always wins money at Whanganui, so you should probably get on board with this. Very unlucky last week. Knocked out of the race when travelling well. Expect a form reversal. Whanganui, race 9, Vespasian. I think it's paying a bit as well. So get on board. Why not? Punt IQ's best bet. Matty from Punt IQ. Aussie Matt, as we like to call him. Caulfield, race 8, Zipping Classic, Muramasa. I think we had a few of those in some of the comments, didn't we? So there's a few punters out there that are liking this. So get on.
Beat Ladies Man.
Did it? Shit, that's a feat. He could have just used that as his comment. 1-3 in a row, including a strong rating win at Flemington, his latest. Should get a gun spot from barrier 4 with a strong tempo on paper. Having that position should allow him to be strong late. Punt IQ's best, Caulfield, race 8, Muramasa at $4.40. Get on quick, because it sounds like there's a few punts coming in for that. Dan, what have you got for us, mate?
Yeah, I'm going to race 1, number 8, and you can call me this if this fucking thing pisses in on Saturday. Dan Zeno.
At Pookie?
Tarapa.
You
know what I've just done? I've written Pukekohe here, and I've written Pukekohe for everything, thinking this is Pukekohe.
Oh, I've followed you and Pookie for mine.
I was just looking at that. Yeah.
I've gone AWOL there because I've been looking at so much of the form and races from Pukekohe. I'm thinking everything's at Pukekohe. Okay, well, this thing's at Tarapa, and this horse looks like it's going to go really well. Second up at the 2400, carried 59 in a rating 65 last start, and just looked like maybe the weight caught up with it a little bit, but also the first time up to 2400 maybe. But really, I really like looking when they're over 2400. I like looking at the last 50 meters, and this horse looked like it really dug in. And ran home nicely for that last 50 metres, which tells me if it goes down from 59 to 55, yes, it goes up a rating band. There's a couple of really nice horses I like in here, like Canny Rock, etc. But $9 and $3, that's a bit of me.
Honestly, where you know your stuff is a rating 75, 2,400 metres, so look out. Get on.
Fingers crossed.
Look,
back to back.
you're getting the email prepared for the best bets, I see. That's what you're doing. Look, you can call out Scan Man's, mate.
The Scan Man, he is going.
Go, mate.
He is going tomorrow. We'll multitask here with the Scan Man. He's going early at the one and only Addington in race number 9. The each-way bet of the night is Deceptively. I like Star Magic he likes Star Magic at
The odds aren't out, so he didn't want us to announce it. He was worried that this.
Jokes. Anyway,
yeah.
So Deceptively, a drop in company tomorrow night. Looks like a big hope. We'll drop the rest of these off like a parent taking their kids to the pool. They can go swimming, and you can go swimming in your cash because Gasso likes it too.
That's really good. Awesome work, mate. Righto, Fitzy's best bet. Race 2, Addington on Friday night. Looks like there's a good race meeting there on Friday night, actually. Madrid, race 2. Stormed home last start during Cup Week. Friday, she draws barrier 1. Has enough speed to hold up and likely trail his stablemate. From there, she could be too quick up the lane. Her main danger draws the inside, and this is basically a hit out before next week's Group 1 final. From 1, she'll get the best trip of them all, and the $2.70 looks overs at the moment. So that's Fitzy's best bet. Race 2, Addington, Friday night, Madrid. Get on board. Luke, where are you, mate?
I'm going to go to the last at Te Rapa like I did last weekend. We're going to have to wait all day. Hopefully we don't get let down like we did last weekend with Lorado. But anyway, Agira.
Oh, he's going again.
You are
going again. I just saw it on the top of the page and thought, shit, he's going to do it.
He's going to do it. $3. Surely, just surely, Narajan Palmer can get this one home and we can be farming a few winners and a bit of cash. This horse has to be winning this race. It was fairly good last start, ducking and weaving, only just getting beat on Melbourne Cup Day by Highly Vindicated. Get on, we'll get paid. We're only getting $3, but that's good enough for me.
Nice, mate. Don't want to see you at the corner bar falling into your chips again after it loses, mate. I really, really hope that wins you some back because it owes you. Come on,
baby.
It's your race 10 Te Rapa. I'm going to go Te Rapa race 4 with Ted's horse. Marakatu is my best bet. Ted, I was texting him last night and he very nicely said that I can have it as the best bet because I texted him saying, hey, what do you think about this? And obviously he's gone for Grail Seeker. But to have Ted backing that up is very helpful, obviously. So Marakatu, race 4 Te Rapa. Ted's horse was not far off them. The 2-year-old horses that all ran on Saturday, like Poetic Champion and Bellatrix Star, wasn't too far off them in a race 2 weeks ago. Was a little bit unlucky in that race too and was coming home really, really well. They scratched it last week. Obviously keen on it winning this week. Some of the rest of the form's been franked from that as well. So, I reckon when I saw Marakatu, I thought, shit, that was quite unlucky and it could go well next start. So, Marakatu, race 4 Te Rapa. Good luck to Ted and the ownership team as well. Hopefully, it's a big 2-year-old season for Marakatu.
Yeah, Ted's very keen on it. He said to be very disappointed if it doesn't win. So multi that with what you're looking at in race 3.
We should have boosted it.
Yeah, that's into $2 now.
What, Marakatu?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Crazy, yeah. $2 point something.
Unbelievable, eh?
Yeah.
Man.
From 3. I think there's a scratching in the race.
Who would punt?
Speaking of scratchings, mate, I feel like you're getting a bit scratchy over here.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Boys, I'm $1.02 shot to piss myself in this thing to wrap up real quick.
Right, we've got a 10-minute yarn in to get you.
Yeah. Do we have anything to wrap it up with?
I'm
Luke?
outta here.
You let us know, mate. What do we got?
Nah, not really, mate. You get yourself to the bathroom. But
Yeah.
look after yourselves this weekend. There is no best of BGP tomorrow, taking a week break, but we'll be back before we head off for Christmas and things like that. We'll try and keep the content coming and some winners coming for you all as well. Hey, if you're watching the races on a Saturday, tag BGP in your Instagram story. Love to know where you're watching from. So do that. Get some money into the old Punters Club for somebody who hasn't been involved before. The goal is 20,000 people and perhaps 1.5 million in the kitty. Fair bit of coin. Can we do it? We'll find out. See you all next week.
Game, set, and match. Shut the gate. They're going to do it again. The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with. Up in front, Delzeo, long run, but here's the cause now. He's coming. He's going to get the